Hi crafty friends, welcome back to Create with Miss Jane. Today we are creating with the So Much to Celebrate card kit. This is one of the more affordable card kits. It makes 9 cards and we're actually going to turn it into a scrapbook page. So I will show you the few cards that I have created from this kit, but you can go ahead and make 9 cards. You can also cut the card bases up and make double the cards as well. These are congratulations cards and also best wishes cards, but I'm just showing you all of the pieces that you get in the kit. You get all the pre-printed envelopes, you get all of the pre-printed card bases, and there are 3 different card designs with this kit, so you get 3 different card printed bases, and you get all the beautiful flowers and titles. There isn't any stamping in this particular kit, but I have gone ahead and grabbed some colors that coordinate. So these are 2 of the 3 cards that you can create. It creates 9 cards altogether, but I'm going to save some of the materials to make a fun scrapbook page. So they're really beautiful, elaborate, really pretty cards, and they have lots of beautiful flower die cuts. So the colors that go with this cards are balmy blue, old olive, pecan pie, petal pink, and pumpkin pie. And I've actually gone ahead and grabbed out some of my stamping spots. I did grab out some of these coordinating close to my heart ink pads from my stash, but I don't end up using any of those ink pads. But I do use this particular stamp set called Layering Leaves, and it's from my stash. I absolutely love that stamp set. It's got lots of great sentiments and also these really pretty leaves that I thought would coordinate really well with this particular kit. So this particular layout was inspired by my friend Debbie Johnson, and she made a single layout. And so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to get one sheet of the ephemera pieces, one of the card bases, so one each of the card bases, and we're going to see how we go creating a layout, a single page layout, with just the card bases and one sheet of these flower die cuts. So these are the die cuts to create 3 cards. So I'll still have lots of materials left over to make some cards. And my inspiration today is actually some beautiful photos of 2 of my friends, Michaela and Jackie, who came to visit me at SeaWorld. And so I only had these 2 photos. We only managed to take 1 photo each time they came to visit me. So I'm just going to bring in some coordinating cardstock here from my stash. And this particular cardstock is similar to Balmy Blue. So I'm going to use that to mat my photos. So I've trimmed my photos down to 4 by 5.5. And now I've just popped a little photo mat, which is 1/4 of an inch bigger, all the way around the edges. So it's up to you. You could mat your photos in white, you could mat them in black, you could mat them in pecan pie or pumpkin pie. There's so many beautiful colors featured in this kit, so whatever goes with your particular photos. You could also make a layout with 3 or 4 photos or just 1 photo. They would all work in this particular instance. So I don't have a particular layout that I'm actually copying, but I did get inspiration from Debbie Johnson's single page layout. And I'm just going to show you the process of how I design a layout from scratch and how I move all the pieces around and figure out what I'm going to do. So this particular card front, I've just cut the card fronts off of the cards, and I'm going to use them to either create embellishments or decorations. So this one that's made from the petal pink cardstock, I really like that one. I'm going to use that as my journal box. So that's the one with all the pretty flowers. And then this particular card base, I think that I'm going to cut that in half. So I'm just measuring it out here. I think it's 1.5 inches, and I'm going to cut that card base in half because I think that card was 3 inches wide. And I've got 2 little pieces identical to each other now with that light blue cardstock and also with those really pretty little leaves on them. So I'm going to use those maybe as strips down the sides of my pages or at the top of my page. I'm just fiddling around with those. I thought because they're both the same size, maybe we could pop them at the sides of the photos. So I'm just moving everything around and you'll sort of see how I come up with the design for this in a few minutes. So I have actually sped this video up because I filmed this last weekend, but I have actually been sick for 2 weeks now, and you can probably hear it in my voice. I've got a bit of sinus and quite a bad cough. So I haven't been able to record many YouTube videos lately, so I apologize for that, but I wanted to get this video out, and I did actually record this last Saturday in my craft room when the sun was going down, so the visuals are not very great in this video, but I really loved how this layout turned out, so I wanted to show you guys how you can simply create a single page layout or a double page layout using the contents of your card kit and still have lots of materials left over to still make the cards. Sometimes I get a little bit bored when I do card kits and I make 3 of the same card. I like to kind of mix it up and make all different types of things. So this particular card kit, I thought this would be really great as a frame. So I've just trimmed a little bit off the bottom of that card front, and I'm going to use that one as my title. So now I'm just going to punch out all the beautiful flower die cuts, and these are my favorite pieces from the kit, and they are so gorgeous. I absolutely love the quality of the ephemera pieces from Stampin' Up kits. They punch out so beautifully, and you see me using them in all of my videos because I love them so much. So I've kind of gone away from stamping a lot. I used to stamp a lot and love my stamps, but since I joined Stampin' Up last year, I've really enjoyed these ephemera pieces and playing with the ephemera pieces. So this particular card kit, obviously these flower ephemera pieces, they come from 3 card kits, so you get quite a lot. But now I want to add some little sentiments, and I want to try to find a title. So I'm actually going to look through some of my ephemera title pieces from the annual catalogue, and I'll pop the names of all the products on the screen, and the names of all the products will also be in the description bar below. So now I'm going to show you one of my new favorite products that I have recently discovered thanks to my friend Holly Vaselinak, and that's the Adhesive Sheets. And these come in a large format. I think they're about 12 inches by 6 inches wide, and they're basically sticky on both sides. So you want to get whatever piece of paper you want to make sticky, and you want to cut a piece of the adhesive sheet the same size as your cardstock. So in this instance, I'm going to cut out a title using the mini alphabet die set, and I want the back of the titles to be sticky. So I'm adding the sheet of adhesive sheets to the back of my cardstock, so that way when I run my die cut through the mini cut and emboss machine, then it's going to be sticky on the back. So that way it's going to be super easy for me to stick this down onto my page. So I find when I have little small parts and pieces, little small die cuts, I'm not a great person when it comes to glue. I really don't like my hands to be all sticky. So I just have recently discovered these adhesive sheets, and what I love about this mini alphabet set is that you can cut the whole alphabet out in one swipe of your die cut. So it's a bit of a tricky thing to get all of the little alphabets out. So you'll see me using the tweezers, and you have to individually go through the die cut, the die, and actually there's little holes inside the die, and you just need to punch them all out with your tweezers. So just be very gentle. But it's absolutely worth it. Whoever the genius was that came up with this particular mini alphabet die set, this is one of those ones that you definitely need to have in your stash. And I have created so many gorgeous titles for this, for cards and also scrapbook pages using the little mini alphabet dies. So now you can see that I have got together the word friends, and then I have actually found some little butterflies in my ephemera stash, and I'm also going to add the little ladybug embellishments that come with the card kit. So now we're all going to assemble all of the pages, the page elements together. So I've already stuck down the photo mats, and now I'm just going to go ahead and stick down the card fronts to the sides here. So I'm using my Stampin' Seal to adhere these card fronts down to my layout, and then I'm going to just slightly pop the photo mats over the top of them. So I think that I'm going to try the Stampin' Seal Plus. If you have a favorite adhesive, please pop it in the comments below, because I'm a tape runner girl. I love my tape runner and I haven't found one that I really love. So I think I'm going to try the Stamp and Seal Plus. If you've tried that, let me know. And so we're just going to pop these photo mats down. I'm making sure that I overlap them just a little bit. I like the look of overlapping them. And I really love the beautiful pieces that come in this card kit. I just knew that this was going to make a perfect page. So thank you so much, Debbie Johnson, for your inspiration to create this layout. I have put my own twist on it, but I think it turned out so perfect. So now I'm going to go ahead and add this card front, which is the petal pink design, and that's going to be my journal box. So I'm not going to add very much to that particular card box. Card front, because that's where I'm going to add my journaling later. So I always add my journaling before I put my completed pages in the page protectors in my album. So now I'm going to use the little card front, the third card, as the little title, and then you'll see that I'm going to use my tweezers to just take its sticky back off of the little alphabet pieces. So my little alphabet dies, the word that says friends, because we did add those adhesive sheets, it's sticky on the back now. So I'm just going to lay all of the letters down, and because there's little gold foil lines on this card base, it makes it so easy to line up and space out the letters, so it's going to be perfectly lined up. So I'm just taking off the little sticky backs, and with my little tweezers. I absolutely love tweezers. I love investing in tools. So if you don't have a lot of basic tools, instead of buying lots of packs of paper, I highly recommend buying the take your pick tool, buying a good set of tweezers, buying some scissors. All of these little tools really do make a big difference when it comes to crafting, and you can use them in your scrapbooking, your paper crafting, your journaling, for diary making, any of that type of thing. So I love these mini alphabet dies, and I'm really keen to get the larger ones as well. I know a lot of people have those big party block dies, so they're definitely on my wish list. So we've nearly finished creating this. I'm just adding the last one, which I am having a bit of a struggle trying to get the back off of that. But you'll actually see that I'm trying to lift it up and I accidentally take a little bit of the paper off. So that's okay. We can just stick it down with some glue. If you're watching this video in the month of August, we are actually having an in-color sale. And if you like these card kits, then there are quite a lot of card and scrapbooking kits that are on sale at the moment that feature the in-colors. So be sure to check them out on my Stampin' Up online store. I absolutely love them. Quite a lot of the card kits and scrapbooking kits that I've already created, lots of inspirational videos with, they're on sale this month. So be sure to check them out in the in color sale. And as always, we get brand new kits every single month. And I just saw a sneak peek of the kits coming in next month, and also for World Card Making Day, which is in October. So if you're a card maker, be sure to check at the beginning of every month, because those brand new brown box kits, we always have 2 or 3 new kit designs, and they're always gorgeous and I love them. Some of them feature stamps and some of them don't feature stamps, so they're all a little bit different, and I love the different themes of them. So now I'm going to grab some of the Stampin' Dimensionals that come with this kit, and I'm going to use that to raise up all of the beautiful floral elements. And I will show you close-up photos at the end of my layout once we've put it together, because I know it's quite far to see that. But I'm using the little mini ones as well. So the little mini Stampin' Dimensionals and also the Stampin' Dimensionals. These are such a great thing to have in your crafting stash. I pretty much order one of these every single time I place a Stampin' Up order, which is usually once or twice a month. And I always add these to my cart because I can't live without them. They're one of my favorite products. And I just love creating a little bit of dimension on my scrapbooking pages by raising up all of the elements. They're really great for card creating with cards as well. And we don't need to add that many, we just pop a few, and you'll see that with these particular flowers, I'm just kind of spacing out the dimensionals and just adding a few to the larger parts of the flowers. It makes it a lot easier than trying to use your glue and trying to stick these down with some glue. I'm not a fan of getting glue close to my photos, so I love the little Stampin' Dimensionals. And I did try to fasten up this video because sometimes, especially when it's a single page layout, I tend to be quite a perfectionist when it comes to single pages. So I have fastened this video up a little bit to make the process a little bit quicker for you guys to watch. But if you enjoy my card making and my scrapbooking videos, then please hit the like button. Leave a comment below. Let me know if you have grabbed this card kit and if you like turning your card kits into scrapbook pages as well. And also, please consider subscribing to my channel. I'm actually on a journey to get to 1,000 subscribers. And once we have 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube, I can actually go live and do fun paper crafting events with you live. So I can't wait for that, but we need to get to 1,000 subscribers. So if you love crafting or you have some crafty friends, please feel free to share my video out with your crafty friends. So now I wanted to add some of these flowers because I have leftover flowers, and I just thought, wouldn't it be fun to add these around the journal box? So I'm just moving them around and until I find the perfect position. And then I thought it needed a little bit of stamping because I wanted to add the little butterflies as an extra touch. And they were the butterflies were sitting just in the middle of the layout. So I decided to get this particular little stamp set from the Layering Leaves. It's just like a little spotty stamp set, and I was originally intending to stamp some leaves in the background. So Debbie had originally stamped some leaves in the background, so that's where I got the idea from. But then I decided there was quite a lot of florals on this layout, so I just used this little dotty stamp, and I actually used the old olive, and I'm stamping it off first on a little piece of white daisy cardstock, and then I'm going in and doing second generation stamping. So I didn't want it to be because the background was quite a light aqua color. I didn't want the green to be too stand out too much, so I just wanted something a little bit soft in the background for my little butterfly to sit on, so that the butterfly wasn't flying around in the middle of nowhere. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to add a little more of those Stampin' Dimensionals, the little mini ones, to these little flower clusters, and I'm going to add those little flower clusters around that pale pink card front, which I'm going to use for my journaling. So I'm going to do a little bit of journaling after, and then I'm just going to stick down the little butterflies, and then we're nearly finished. We're just going to have to add our ladybugs at the end. So I don't know about you, but my favorite part of creating scrapbooking layouts is always adding the ephemera pieces, the flowers, the die cuts. Always the pretty elements are my favorite part of scrapbooking. So we're going to just place those around, and I want to make sure that I leave enough room to do some journaling in the middle. And we don't have to do sometimes a lot of journaling. You just have to write, the place, the date, what happened in the photos, things that you're going to actually forget. Like I know this happened at SeaWorld. I can see SeaWorld in the background, so I don't even really need to write the place, but just writing the date and my friends' names, and that they surprised me at work. And it's always such a highlight when I've been working at my job for 26 years now. It's just such a highlight when people come to visit me at my job. So there's the completed layout. I think it turned out so beautiful. I'm so happy with it. And if you want to see more of these layouts in the future, please just let me know in the comments below if you like to see the card kits turned into scrapbook pages, because we can definitely do that. I know that one of my favorite kits this year was Birthday Fancy, and we made all those beautiful 14 cards, but I'm thinking I'm going to grab another one of those kits because it's on sale this month, and I will turn that into some scrapbook pages. So these are the two cards, just to remind you that you can make cards from this box. it actually creates 9 beautiful cards, and I've got lots and lots left over to still create some cards. But thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this simple page design. Sorry the lighting wasn't great in my video, but you get the idea of the process of it all. And I'm just going to add a little ephemera piece that says "Oh Happy Day" somewhere on this layout and it will be complete.